Well, starting to get ready for winter, cutting up our wood and everything. Thought I'd do another garden update. I haven't done one in a while. I guess it's been kind of stalemate around here lately. The sunflowers have come up, so they're looking kind of nice. We've been watching the bees on them, and she's got squash in there that's starting to do well. And we've got some cabbage back in there too that are good. These cleavers have really taken over this garden. They're really bad in this garden, and they're so hard to pull out by hand. So they're that's what you're seeing anyways with most of these weeds. But broccoli's already done. It's still sending some shoots up. We're taking it once in a while. And potatoes, these are the reds. They were finished, and then we got a lot of rain, and they kind of greened right up and came back. So I haven't dug them up yet, but probably will soon. Every once in a while you get one like that there that's sticking out of the ground, but most of them are good since I held them there. I think I held them twice this year, and then they grew so well I didn't have to worry about it anymore. And the whites are doing a little better. I mean, they seem to be a little greener yet and a little more lush. They're still growing. Matter of fact, I was doing some weeding down here and getting rid of a lot of the pigweed and that, and a couple I pulled out by accident. Nice big potatoes, like at least the size of your fist. Some of them are bigger. And let's see here. Our peppers are coming up. You can see them. They're I think there was a snake in there. Anyways, you can see the peppers are starting. The hot peppers. She's got them all through there. And the beans were doing well. They're probably ready to be picked again, by the looks of it. Yeah, we've got lots of beans here, and there's some more of the peppers that she planted. And our dill's ready to harvest anytime. She's just waiting to do some canning with that. And our lettuce kind of shot up literally in like one day. Not like that, but it was almost ready to pick, and then we came out the next day. We had a heat wave and it was done. But yeah, so we'll be probably harvesting these in the next couple of weeks, I imagine. 2 or 3 weeks. What I usually do, unless it's really clean, if there's any stalk left over, I'll mow this with the lawn tractor, and then it's really easy to see to dig them up and nice to work with. You're not working in all the weeds and that. And the little kitty's garden here, it's got some little cherry strawberries on it, and we've got our little pumpkin starting. There's one there, and there's one there. And the greenhouse is like a jungle. There'll be lots of tomatoes coming yet. This is a later variety. We do have some starting. I have actually never seen tomatoes grow this well before. And there's some down in there too that you can see that started. And these are our carrots. They seem to be doing really well. We dug one up there maybe a week ago, and they're just maybe the size of your baby finger, so they should be doing pretty good. These are our cabbage that we're growing to store for ourselves. We might sell a little bit. The problem with the cabbage when you're organic is that you do get those bug holes, and nobody wants to buy that. You soak it in the salt water. My wife actually knows how to do that a little better than I do. Our beets seem to be doing okay, despite some of the weed issues we had earlier. And now all of our field tomatoes. We've got some. There's one down there. It's ready. We've got a variety we planted called yellow. These are like a yellow tomato. They're doing really well, and I expect to get quite a good yield off this year for our canning needs. And she's going to chop some of these up as like a sun-dried tomato type thing. And anyways, tonight we're harvesting the onions. So I like mowing stuff with my lawn tractor. I like going through the weeds and that, but some of the come on, sweetie. Some of the weeds were overgrown, and it was kind of getting hard for her to find them all. So what I do, like the potatoes, I just mow it, as you see here, and then it's easy for her to see the rows, and she's just going along and pick them. Now there is a technique involved in harvesting onions. You have to leave them sitting outside.
Yeah, you let them sit outside for a day or so in the shade to let the skins dry.
Okay. If you just put these and pack them, they'd rot?
They would probably rot, yeah. You want them, just like a potato, you know, you want them to...
Good. So there's our onions. These were little sets that we did, and some of them didn't get overly big. Usually though, historically, this is the biggest we usually get them, like that. But this year we've got quite a few. Average
biggest problem was lack of water and light.
Yeah, these did really well. So these are good. So,
caterpillar.
yeah, I see that. You got a caterpillar.
Yeah,
Good.
Mommy said I can keep it in.
Well, let me hear. I'll put it on camera. People can see
days.
Here's a container. My daughter's caught a caterpillar. So she'll probably let that cocoon and then we'll let it go as a butterfly. We've done that before. So, anyways, she's just going along picking these things out of the ground. They're pretty easy to harvest as far as, you know, pulling them out and that. There's some really good ones there. And, I'm not sure if there's another row here. I didn't want to get the garlic because then
I think you're right on the edge of the garlic.
Okay, good. So you'll be able to see it then. Okay. I didn't want to mow the garlic because apparently it's under the ground, so it'd be harder for her to see it. And these, actually we left these on purpose. These are radishes that we let go to seed. And inside here will be radish seed. See if I can show you. And our peas, of course, we're letting finish off into seed too, and we'll replant their... Okay, there's a radish. This one's fairly new. Sorry about that. There. This one's fairly new. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a seed inside that pod. We'll let them dry. And so, anyways, there's I'll show you some of our peas here. There they are, that we're saving for seed. This variety did really well. The other plant that you saw over there, it didn't do as good this year. They're ready now. They're perfectly ready to start. And yeah, we dry them inside and whatnot. But so what else? I guess that's about all, other than the apple trees, which seem to do okay. One tree doesn't seem to be very good. I'll show you the apples, I guess. About here. So these are our apples. Nice size and all, but we don't spray, of course, so we're going to be getting a lot of these blemishes that you see. And I ate one the other day while I was cutting the grass. Just a little chalky yet, but you know, we do get this kind of a thing. And we're going to try and use some organic sprays next year when the season starts to spray them, whatever, and we'll do some pruning on this tree. But yield-wise, as far as quantity of apples, I was pretty impressed this year. It did well. The overall shape wasn't too bad on most of these. These ones we usually use for a baking apple. We have canned some of our own for applesauce and that. Now this one here, this is a very sweet apple, but this year it didn't do too good, and normally this one's fairly bug resistant. So it just never yields very high. So I don't know what happened this year, but we got a lot of, you know, warped and smaller apples, so maybe there's just something in it that the bugs like this year. But we'll see about organic sprays for next year and see what we can do with that.